What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We've got day number 119 for you. It is back day. We're gonna keep today a little bit shorter. So, what do I mean by that? I mean by you probably won't see as much as we do today. I want to get some videos for social media because I am losing followers by the day. Don't know why. Don't know how that works, but of course, my channel, I'm the only one that loses followers every single day. And obviously there's got to be a reason to it, but I've never figured it out. I post almost every single day, and I can't do shit about it. So, we got to do videos for social media because clearly something is not working here, and we need to figure it out. So, today is the 25th or 6th, I think. 5th, I want to say. Yeah. Today's the 25th of February. Today's lesson is on suffering. Can any good come from my suffering? This is a very interesting question here. Sometimes you suffer from facing the consequences of your own sin. At other times, suffering occurs because of events outside of your control. Regardless of the reasons behind it, your faith is tested when you are suffering. During the hard times, your character is stretched and you are actively learning and growing. God's response. We are confident that as you share in our sufferings, you will also share in the comfort God gives us. 2 Corinthians 1:7, NLT version 2. Since I know it is all for Christ's good, I am quite content with my weaknesses and with insults, hardships, persecutions, and calamities. For when I am weak, then I am strong. 2 Corinthians 12:10. God's challenge. We can rejoice, too, that when we run into problems and trials, for we know that they are good for us. They help us to learn and endure. And endurance develops strength of character, sorry. Romans 5:3-4. So this is an interesting question. Can any good cover my suffering? In my personal belief, I think only good things come from suffering. I think only, you learn from suffering, you grow from suffering. It's difficult because during the time of suffering, when you're going through it, it feels like, why should I ever be going through this? Why is this a thing? Why do I have to endure this? But at the end of it, when you come out on the other side, you understand this is why I went through this. And I forgot who it was that said this, but he said it's often in our times of suffering how we are being saved. And that was something that clicked with me one day. It's just, in those times of like defeat and suffering is really how we are being saved and how he's bringing us to him. And a perfect example of this is, not a lot of you might not know this about me, but a little bit over a year ago so if you went from a year ago in November, so a little bit over a year, I would say a year and 5 months or whatever, I was in jail. And I was in jail because I got arrested for a DUI. Funny enough, though, I was never a big drinker, I'm never really a big drinker. I was not drunk when I got arrested for the DUI. I want you guys to understand that. I blew a .08, which is the legal limit on the dot. And, at that time when I was sitting in the jail cell, it was, it hurt. It really did hurt because I've seen a lot of my friends who did a lot worse than I did, but I'm the one who's having to pay a price. And, me being, of course, the one who didn't like drinking as much, I had a few beers and went out to drive. I was perfectly fine, but I want you to understand, I had a loud truck. I used to, at least. I had a loud truck, and there were lights under the car that were going. So it's basically like, hey, guys, pull me over, please, if that makes sense. So, yeah, and I was also in a college town, so it's very just, cops are always out on the prowl. But, that whole summer leading up to me being arrested, I didn't drink, I didn't do all that stuff. I was in my Bible a lot, and, I was doing really good. And then all of my roommates came back for the year, and when my roommates got there that first day, I told myself I wasn't going to drink, I was going to stay true to what I believed in and what I wanted to do. And then I got to the place we all got to hang out, and I caved. I started drinking. And then I got arrested that night. And as I was sitting in the jail cell, I had a decision to make. I can drown my sorrows with more of what I told myself I wasn't going to do, or I can drown my sorrows with discipline, with hard work, with passion, and just go hard at what I want and really just drop everything, make the sacrifice to get what I want. So I made the decision that I was going to stop doing that. And, I'm not going to say that I just completely cut out drinking altogether, but I did for a while. But then there was a few times where a bunch of my friends came back, I had a few drinks, and that was it. But I graduated college, stopped it altogether. Stopped drinking, I stopped smoking weed, I stopped vaping, I stopped doing all the parties, I stopped going out, I stopped doing everything. I sacrificed everything. And the thing about it is, when I went through the suffering, here's the lesson. When I went through the suffering of being in a jail cell, when I didn't feel like I should have been there, and, you know, I felt like it was wrong that I shouldn't have been going through that suffering, that year and a half later when I graduated, I'd understood that that was meant for me. And I would have never changed my ways had I have not gone through that. And, you know, again, like I said, it is often in our ways of suffering that is how we are being saved. And, you know, that's something very deep about me. I hope you guys understand that. So, you know, I don't like going around telling people that I've been in jail or I've been arrested, because it's not like I was like, yeah, I wasn't drunk. I was not drunk. I was, you know, I just had a few beers and I was right at the legal limit. And if you know me or if you've ever met me, you know that when I do ever drink like that, I never get too drunk. I don't like getting too drunk. That's because of the Bible and what they say about drunkenness and whatever. But, you know, again, like I said, I would have never changed my ways had that shit have not have happened to me. So, you know, whatever you may be going through, just know that it's happening for a reason. And when I went through that, it sucks. And I think now I'm sitting here trying to find a job, and it's hard for me to find a job because I have that on my record. And, you know, again, it's happening for a reason. You know, I'm losing followers for a reason. I'm getting no traction for a reason, and it's all for a reason. But I just need to pursue and keep being persistent for my goals and my dreams, because he wouldn't have put them in my heart had he had not believed that I could achieve them. So, yeah, let's just stop yapping. Let's get inside, you guys. I got my pre-workout here. Woke AF, creatine monohydrate, and the pump squared. That's about it. Cheers, you guys. Cheers, you guys. I really do hope you guys know that when we go through these lessons, it's not me teaching you, because I don't want you at all to ever think that I'm better than you. No, I'm the worst of all, you know. These lessons are for both of us. And yeah, really, that's it. So I hope you guys understand something a little bit deep about me today, and just, you know, get to know me a little bit better, because, you know, I'm not perfect, man. I'm in no way, shape, or form perfect, but the reason that I'm here today is because of Jesus Christ. That's the only reason that I'm here today. You know, I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to stay on this planet when I was younger, but here I am today, and hopefully changing someone's life out there that's watching this video for the better. But yeah, cheers, you guys. Cheers. Also, I was in a hurry today, and I know I told you guys I don't really wear tight shirts or anything like that. The shirt's a little tight. I didn't realize that at first until I got out of the house. But whatever, it's just a nice day out, so I decided to wear a short sleeve shirt. But I'm honestly growing out of all of my shirts in my closet, because they're all larges or a skinny XL, and I'm starting to need double XLs. But yeah, let's get inside. I'll see you guys in the lab pull downs. You guys already know what we do. Move through the day, but it's going to be a shorter day. We're probably I think you guys will see about 3 exercises on the day, and then we're going to just be done with the day. I know it's, you know, not what you guys want to see, but my body is telling me that I need a little bit of a pullback. That doesn't mean I'm not going to come in the gym. It just means I'm going to pull back a little bit on the volume that I'm doing. And yeah, that's about all I got for you. Let's get inside. 260 on the rack. And we got no help this time. So I'm not sure what the rep range is going to be. So yeah. Let's just get straight into it probably.
Many people won't understand something. People don't have to understand.
That feels good. I'll take it. I don't even know how many reps I got, but I got a few partials in there. We're gonna move on. Right next to us. So the reason I have this shirt here is because this belt kind of pinches when it's tight. And you're in the middle of a lift, so I don't want that to happen at all. But we're gonna work fucking hard here. I want at least 6 to 8 range here. I mean, that's really it. We're gonna work fucking hard. That's about it.
I believe training to be the be-all and end-all of bodybuilding. And after training for such a long period of time, I have settled on the notion that there is huge inter-individuality to our training needs. So at one point, my needs will be different to my needs at another time. So although I will say, at this point in my life I'm training this way and that is the best for me now, that is not necessarily the best for me at the previous point or the future. And equally, my needs are different to your needs. And that's the most important part to understand when it comes to training into individuality. That our needs are so different. So when someone asks the question, what is the best training?
I'll be happy with it. 5 clean, and I think I got most of partial in there on that last one, or the 6th one. That shirt really does help because I would have stopped around 5 or 6. Would have been pinching for sure. Let's move on though. T-bar rows, and then we'll do a finisher, get out of here. Let's get through this one pretty quick. Now I could do a sloppy 2 plates on each side, or I could do basically 3 plates and keep it nice and clean. So we're gonna do that. Rep range 6 to 8, most definitely. Yeah. No.
I wish I was special. I wish so fucking special. But I would.
Are you okay?
So you notice at the bottom, I'll let that back fully round out, get that deep as stretch as possible. But very simple. Whew. Let's move on. Alrighty, y'all, it's gonna do it. Day number 119, back day. I know it's not what you wanted to see usually, or what you usually see. 3 exercises. I just need to, get more into the eating. I'm not saying I don't want to train as much. Obviously, I do. I'm just saying I think I need to shorten it just a tidbit sometimes. My body is telling me and yelling at me to just shorten the frequency for a bit. We can get back to it at a later date. But for right now, for me to progress and build and gain weight, I think I need to cut back on the sheer volume of training that I do. I do 6 exercises per day usually at 2 working sets per exercise. So that leaves me at 12 sets per day, which I need to cut that back down a little bit, I think. And, I think that's just what I think. So we're gonna do this, test this out. If we gain a little bit of weight, we're gonna keep on with this regimen, but if not, then we're just gonna go back to what we were doing. So let's get into the pose and just get straight into it. Get out of here, how about it? You guys know the drill. We're gonna do the flexed and unflexed per the usual. Starting with the unflexed, I need a haircut. Yeah, whatever. So unflexed first, let's go to it. Unflexed. And the flexed. So abs are gonna come in first. We're starting to lose more and more of that definition, but abs are gonna come in first, roll those shoulders forward, and then flex the triceps first. Present.
Keep fucking pushing forward and keep doing it, It's just, I made a decision, I'm sticking to my decision, and that's all there is to it, And, a lot of people out there think I'm fucking crazy for doing what I do. You know what? I am fucking crazy. I'm the first one to admit that I'm fucking crazy. I've been crazy my whole fucking life.
The more you put into anything in life, the more you're going to get out. Now, for whatever reason, people understand this. And they understand that the more you put into building a business, the more you're going to get out of it. The more hours you spend working on anything, the more you are going to get out.
Whatever it is in life, you can flip it and make it a good thing, and a lot of times, things might happen for a reason, and you can look at it that way.
So like I was saying, it's gonna do it day number 119. The advice that I have on the day, it's kind of simple, to be honest with you. Whatever you're in right now, you've put yourself there. That's about it, really. So if you feel like, you know, you're not lucky, you're a victim, you're this, you're that, and the other, you've made that yourself. You've done that to yourself. And, you know, you want to scream genetics at me, you want to scream, you know, whatever it is at me, that somebody had a better life than you did, somebody had better position, somebody had better luck. They might have, but what are you going to do about it? Are you going to sit here and cry about it? Or are you going to work much, 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 much harder than they are? That's all I got. Because I didn't have the best genetics. I've put up on the screen multiple times what I used to look like. I had no meat on my body. I was skin and bone, you know, but I didn't sit back and say, oh, well, he looks better than me, or, oh, he's like, you know, better genetics than I have, or he's got a better family than I do that put him in this position that has money that I don't. I never said that. You know, I said to myself, look, if they have that talent, or they have whatever I don't have, I'm just gonna work 10 times harder than they will. That's it, that's the bottom line. And you know, whatever position that you're in right now of, oh, well, I can't do this because I don't have that, right? You're lying to yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and say, fuck you, I'm gonna make this shit happen. That's all I really got. Work 10 times harder than those people around you, you know? They might be talented, but they will not outwork me. That is one thing I can guarantee, is they will not outwork me. And that's it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's a little bit shorter today, but you know, hopefully it's better for, you know, y'all's retention. I know it's hard to watch these really long videos. I'm doing my best. I do my best to make them as short as possible, but at the same time, I want you guys to take away what I talk about more in through the daily lessons and some of the, you know, critiques on the bodybuilding workouts and whatnot. So, hope you guys do enjoy though. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. It really does help out the channel. We are so close to 2,000 subs. We're getting there. You're good, bro. Okay. But that's going to do it on the day, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. With all that being said, I'll see you guys next time.